What's going on, guys? Hope you're all having a great day today. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get a stupid amount of hard polymer in Ark Survival Evolved. So you guys can see here I have quite a bit of hard poly, and I'm able to get this rather quickly, honestly. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. Obviously, first off, to make hard poly, you do need cementing paste and obsidian, so I'm going to show you guys the best and quickest possible way to get both of these things to then make hard poly. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get right into this video. Now I do want to point out we are on an official server, and I also want to point out this method is a little bit advanced. You're going to need a strider. Preferably you're not going to need it, but it's preferred to have a strider. It's also preferred you have a pretty good Giga or a really good Rex. You guys will see why. So what we're going to need to do first is we're going to go after cementing paste first. So I'm going to hop over to a Gen 2 server, and I'll see you guys there in just a second. Alright, so now that we are on Gen 2, we're going to want to hop to a one of the terminals. And some of you guys may or may not know that cementing paste is extremely easy to get on Gen 2 if you do have at least a decent dyno. And today I'm going to be using a Giga. But what you need to do is you need to go to the terminal. So here we are at the terminal. And you're going to look at the missions, and we're going to be doing the Vlonosaur Stalk. And you actually get way more hexagon rewards. So let me also point out it is a double XP right now, which I didn't realize that actually affects that. So now we're getting even more. Wow, okay. I'm even surprised by this. Normally, doing Vlonosaur Stalk, you get 31,000 hexagon rewards, you guys can see, but now it's 61,000. Which is insane. We're going to blow through these missions. Okay, yeah, so we're going to start this up, and with the now 61,000 hexagons we're going to get, we are able to purchase cementing paste right here. And so let me just run through this real quick. It's very easy if you have a pretty good dyno. Let's quickly go to the target area. I'm going to pop down the Giga. Hopefully you have a saddle. If you don't have a saddle, that's going to be frustrating. Oh, thank God. I just pulled this guy out of the cryo fridge. Didn't even check if he had a saddle. That's clutch. We're going to follow these tracks. And he's way over here, so you're just going to go bite him. Now you're going to wait for the objective to reappear. You're going to follow again. Here we go. And rinse and repeat. And now one more time, the objective's going to reappear, and we have to then defeat a small group of dinos after we follow all the footprints. So here we go in front of us. And that easy, in the matter of 2 minutes, we were able to defeat that. And you also get quite a bit of loot here. Let me pop this stuff out here because I want my tech armor, but I don't want any of this other stuff really. That's pretty good. Alright, so now that we can walk, let's look at our Helena settings, or hexagons, I mean. And in the matter of 3 minutes, that little mission, we were able to get 20,000 cementing paste in every 3 minutes. Rinse and repeat. Every 3 minutes you get 20,000 cementing paste. It's that easy. If you have a pretty decent dino, a good Giga, I think even a really solid Rex could do this. 3 minutes, 20,000 cementing paste. It'll take you no time at all to fill up multiple dedicated storages. So that is the first step, is cementing paste. Now we're going to look at obsidian, which is a bit more tedious and difficult. Now also, you guys might have seen, you can get obsidian from the hex store, but the conversion rate is not good at all. So like 5 for 180 points. That's just, it's a lot better. 25 for 75 points. You're getting a lot more. See, if we go all the way here, you're only getting 1,700 obsidian. That's not great. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but it's not that great. Let's be honest. Okay, so now there are multiple ways that I would say to get obsidian. And I'm going to cover that quickly. I'm going to see what kind of timer we're looking at. 9 minutes, okay. Alright, now I have actually hopped into a creative world on Ark Extinction, because the best way to get obsidian is actually extremely tedious and somewhat difficult. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff around here that wants to kill you. But there's also a lot of obsidian. And it's not like just the amount of obsidian where it's not worth it. It's like there's enough obsidian here to completely fill multiple dedicated storages in one run. Like, there's these little rocks here. I just pop that. 350 obsidian. And they're everywhere. Now, I have already done some testing here, but this entire area was completely full of these obsidian rocks. But as you can see, there are gigas, wyverns, there's literally everything. But you can see all these rocks here are going to give you obsidian. All this, obsidian, obsidian. More obsidian. It keeps going and going and going and going. It feels like it never ends. I actually think I went the wrong way. Oh wait, I circled back. That's where I was originally. Obsidian. More rocks. More rocks. Just imagine if you're able to harvest every single one of these rocks. Even during 1x, you would be able to fill an entire dedicated storage, if not 2. But during double XP or even triple XP, you're going to fill 3+ dedicated storages with all of this obsidian. But obviously, the very noticeable downside is that there's gigas, many gigas, many wyverns, tons of Rexes. The best way, I would say, to go about harvesting is preferably have a friend. Like, have a teammate, a tribe mate, preferably 2 other tribe mates and yourself. Because obviously you know, because there's so many gigas. Now, it is possible to do it by yourself, as I was able to, before I turned on flying and creative and such, I was able to harvest this entire area back here, all the way up here, and this is my dedicated storage. 47,000 obsidian from this area here. And I barely even got a, oh crap, I barely even got a corner, right? So and these, I mean, these giga stats aren't even that great. So I mean, you don't have to have top stat gigas, but for instance, just very quickly, say I'm not in creative, you know, what you would want to do if you're by yourself, you want to hang back, You're going to target the gigas to attack everything. You're going to get them to stay up in front. Now, when I was harvesting, I literally had a giga spawn right on top of the strider, and that freaked me out. As you can see, actually on the top right, the strider's health is not the best. I mean, it's not quite half, but it's also not that great. Now, I am going to go over other obsidian methods, obviously, but none of them compare to the amount of obsidian you would get from this. That's why I'm going over this, because this is the supreme way to get obsidian. There's no better way than going on extinction here. Is that giga not going to come after us? There he is. But this is how I would go about, if I'm by myself, I don't have a tribe mate, this is how I would go about harvesting this. It's possible, it's just very tedious. Just having the gigas stay up in front. You know, you just want to protect the strider. You don't want the strider to die, obviously. So I see, just like that, the giga just spawned right next to me. That's not what you want to happen, but there's not really much you can do about that. But as you can see, we handled it because we're staying very close by to gigas at all times. But that's that way. So now we're gonna hop back to the official world, and I'll show you guys the other ways I use. Right now, the next best way to get obsidian is really as boring as, you know, any other way to get obsidian. Pretty much a strider, find the obsidian, and every 30 minutes to an hour, mine the obsidian. Rinse and repeat, because every like 30-45 minutes, the obsidian respawns. So if you're just you're in a grindy mood, then, you know, do whatever. Then every 30-45 minutes, go back to your obsidian spawn, remine the obsidian, rinse and repeat, because this is literally the only other way to get obsidian. I mean, unless you guys, someone in the comments, someone watching, if you have a better way to get obsidian, by all means let me know, and everyone else in the comments. But this is why I showed the extinction method first. Yes, while it is extremely difficult, you know, lots of gigas, wyverns, you name it, it's there. It's extremely useful. I've gone on multiple runs during 2 and even 3x a couple times, and I filled multiple dedicated storages in one run. There's just nothing that's going to trump that method. As we can see here, I had about 55,000 already. So not exactly, we didn't even get 5,000 obsidian from that. And obviously, I am quite a bit elevated into the air. The only way to get a strider up here is with a skiff. So if you guys don't have a skiff, and if you're on the center, because I am on the center map, it depends what map you're playing on, obviously. So if you guys don't have tribe mates, you can't do extinction because, you know, either you're too nervous, you're a solo person and don't want to lose your striders, your gigas, your rexes, because you don't want to get overwhelmed. The only other way for obsidian is just to go mine obsidian with a strider, with a pickaxe, with a stego, not a stego, an anki. But after you do all that, I'm lagging. It's fantastic. It took me, going back over everything we've looked at, probably an hour to get all of this cementing paste. Maybe an hour, 25 minutes. Not a long time at all. This obsidian, it took me, this is not from doing an extinction run. Well, part of it is, but it takes probably multiple hours to get this much obsidian. So that part is the grindy part. But once you have that down, you're going to be able to pump out 10,000 polymer, hard poly, every single 30 minutes, and you could even do more. I have all of these fabricators, and if I fill them all, I will do 10,000 polymer every 30 minutes. Now you could add a whole nother roof and add 4 more fabricators on both sides and do like 15,000-20,000 polymer every 30 minutes. It depends on how much you want to grind. I mean, all the cementing paste and obsidian is going to last me a good while. Alright, I just finished filling every single one of these fabricators. They are set to make 1,700 hard polymer. You can only make 1,000 at a time for whatever reason, because at the bottom it won't let me do more, but there's still 698 that can be crafted, so 1,700 in total in each one of these. So that brings it to a little over 10,000 hard polymer. But that's pretty much it. If you guys like this video, make sure to let me know. I know like I said, I overemphasized a lot of stuff. I probably over-explained. I didn't have to be so specific about everything. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you want to make any more Ark videos, also let me know. I got a bunch of tips and tricks and stuff. But that's been it. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.